What you are about to see can change the way you practice law and increase the number of new clients. It's a short video presentation presented by Nelson Tucker, CEO of Process Service Network. Nelson's company has been in business since 1978, so they must be doing something right. He is an associate member of the American Bar Association and the Los Angeles County Bar Association, and is the only qualified expert witness on the subject of international service of process in the U.S. Nelson is known as the process server to the stars, as he has personally served over 80 celebrities and 5 heads of state. He will share some vital information entitled, What Every Attorney Should Know About International Service of Process. Now, here's Nelson.
Hello, I'm Nelson Tucker, CEO of Process Service Network, and I'd like to take just a few minutes and share with you some ideas on how to attract new clients, and when it comes to international service of process, some alternative methods that are available to you. In this segment, we'll be talking about alternative methods of service that are available outside the U.S. In certain cases, it's impossible to serve a defendant when you don't know their actual address. Just like it is here in the U.S. or Canada, it's possible to get a court order allowing for service by publication. However, in certain jurisdictions, service by publication is not allowed because it's considered to be public humiliation, or it's something that's just not done in their country. Service by publication is considered a violation of the public interest in Middle Eastern countries and some Latin American countries. In some countries, local newspapers refuse to publish legal documents that originate in North America because their jurisdiction doesn't allow for such service. These days, judges are allowing for service by publication in an accredited online newspaper or legal notice service, such as Global Legal Notices. And they can be found at globallegalnotices.com. The firm regularly publishes legal notices in every country in the world. This online method provides a greater opportunity for the defendant to receive actual notice that a case has been filed against them. Such publication makes more sense than service in a local newspaper where it's unlikely that the defendant would have received notice. Because the legal notices are published online, a defendant can Google their name and oftentimes find a listing with this particular publication on page 1 of the Google search results. Judges like it because it's a better way to give actual notice to the defendant. After all, that is the purpose of service by publication, giving actual notice to the defendant. Now, get this. Service by email is also an option. If you obtain a court order allowing for service by email when all other service options have been exhausted, that doesn't mean that you can simply send an email with the documents attached to a defendant and expect that the court's going to approve that. On the contrary, it requires a platform that documents that, first of all, that the email was sent, number 2, that it was received, and that gives an opportunity to the defendant to respond back with proof that the delivery was received by the defendant and that the defendant affirmatively acknowledges receipt of the document. That requires a court order in advance prior to sending service by email. In summary, there are always options available for international service of process serving by alternative means. So here are some things to consider when it comes to international service of process. If enforcement of judgment is anticipated in the country where the documents are to be served, you should really consider using a formal method such as the Hague Service Convention or another treaty that might be in effect, or letters rogatory. If attachment of assets in the foreign country is not anticipated, then you have the option of using the informal method by private process server, which saves much time and can be done typically in most countries in 1 to 3 weeks. Another thing to be considered when dealing with international service or process is use only an experienced international process server who can handle the obstacles that come into play and set aside the roadblocks that are preventing or delaying service. Allow sufficient time for completion of service, as work habits and bureaucracy in many countries slows down the process, especially with COVID. Cost of service is relative to the efforts and the costs involved in serving in the foreign country. Keep in mind that the completion of service, the proper completion of service, is the ultimate goal when it comes to international service or process. Many international process servers will provide a free consultation on any specific case. Use that opportunity to assess their expertise and their ability to get the job done in that foreign country. If you have a question about any aspect of international service or process, give us a call or visit our website, where you'll find details on every country in the world. You'll find also that our prices are posted there clearly with no surprises. I highly recommend that you share this video with your entire staff, your associates, your paralegals, your legal secretaries. I'm sure that it's going to help them in having a clearer understanding of what's involved in international service. Tune in next time when we talk about ideas to obtain new clients for your firm. Until then, I'm Nelson Tucker, and I'm here to help.
If you would like a transcript of this presentation, please email Nelson at nelson@processnet1.com. That's nelson@processnet1.com with the digit 1.